Hello and welcome to Healing on the Mat Yoga Sessions. My name is Nicole and I am your instructor. And today we are going to be doing a workout that is pretty much for intermediate or advanced yogis. I'm really not going to cue to the beginners, but if you like to keep up, please join us if you can. I would love it if you do, but I'm not going to cue to the beginners. But if you've watched some of the other videos and you feel like you may be able to keep up, then go for it. If you are here and you are new and you want to keep joining us, please go watch the introductory video for new beginners. I would appreciate it. I would love it. And as always, if you like what you see here, please like, share, subscribe, follow, send it out to a friend so they can join us. I would love to get the increased numbers so that we can start going live on some of these channels and we can keep doing the good work that we're trying to accomplish. And so we're still in the state of talking about shame. And today, when we get into shame, we are going to talk about shame and how it is tied to control. And so some of us control girlies, but also men too. They can have areas of wanting to be controlling depending on what it is in the subject matter. But us women, we can tend to have our control girl issues, but a lot of times it's tied to shame in a manner that says it's not going to happen to me again. I'm going to take such reins and control of my life or the situation or the person that it never happens to me again. And just like we've learned, any part of shame or even fear or doubt or worry, all those things, but right now we're focused on shame, can leave us where our body's not functioning properly, where it's tight, where we feel angst and stress and tension in our body because that's what we're presenting to the world. So today we are going to tackle those control issues. And when we learn control, we do learn a certain level of strength that we have to carry on to. We don't have to. There is a soft girl life. But as my pastor said today, actually this Sunday, some of us are trying to get rid of the control and we're trying to soften ourselves when maybe possibly God or the universe is expecting you in this day and in this time to use that strength to good work, right? And to the things that we need to accomplish. I know right now I've never really been soft, but I try to be, but I'm learning that strength that I have, it is there. It is a part of me. It is a part of my character, and it's nothing that I can change right now. But I don't think that I need to, and so we get to those places where we need the control. We need the strength that it brings us. We need to understand, but there is also a space where shame can carry the control too far, and we need to learn how to soften. So to challenge you, we are going to bask in that strength today. That's why it's going to be an intermediate to advanced class. We're going to take on that strength, but we're going to soften to it and we're going to yield to it. And we might do some things repetitively. So my job, I feel, is to get you ready for a flow class and to touch those people that feel like they may not be ready for a class that fast paced. We want to get to know our bodies. We want to get to know the functionalities of our bodies. We want to get to know where our bodies may be exercising too much strength in the wrong way and yield to it. So we're going to gain some strength, but we're going to be a little repetitive and we're going to be a little softer and kinder as we gain that strength. So if you all want to join, please continue to watch. Grab your blocks. I promise today you will only need your blocks and possibly knee pads. I would grab some knee pads too, but grab your blocks and we're going to get to it. Thank you for being here today. I'm so welcome to have you. And today, as I stated, we're going to focus on shame and control. And a lot of times when we have control, we need that strength. So we're going to pay homage to the strength. We're going to respect it, but we're also going to yield to our bodies and learn how to simply flow through it. So this will be more of a flow class, but we're going to hold those poses for a little while and we're going to get kind of repetitive as we stack and build that flow. So everybody start at the top of your mats. I like to tell you that when you do a class like this, it's best to imagine yourself somewhere. So if your favorite place is in the park, then imagine that you're there. If your favorite place is the desert and you got that heat and that warmth, imagine that you're there. My favorite place is the beach. So I want to imagine that I'm there, but some yogis even imagine that they're just surrounded by plants, good plants all around them. So find your place We're going to start standing. Bring yourself to your practice. As you plant those feet firm into the ground, I'll turn to face you. We're going to turn back to the top of the mat in just a second. Bring those palms open for goodness, good heat, good energy as we flow through this class. And inhale. Exhale. Now throughout this class, I want you to slightly draw that belly button into the spine, and I don't want you to let go of that flexion throughout the whole entire class. Now it's loose, it's not strengthening, we're not wringing out that towel, but you want to acknowledge your abdomen and keep it engaged throughout this whole practice. Again, inhale. Exhale. A few more breaths. Now, as we flow through this class, remember what we have control over. We have control over our thoughts. We have control over our actions. We have control over how we move forward and how we take next steps. But we don't have control over other people. And love is not controlling. It's not demanding. It's not forceful. But in our control, we set nice boundaries. And we take full reign of what we can accomplish. Inhale up. Palms together. Exhale down to heart center. And out to the front. Inhale. Last time. As you ground the hips and the glutes and your feet, acknowledge your spine, create length for it, out to the front. Bring those hands up, and you're going to crescent to the right. And back up. Remember to breathe, inhale, exhale, crescent to the left. Again, inhale up, to the right. Open that chest as you ground the lower body. Last time. Now, one of the challenging things throughout this practice is going to be able to make that breath as soft as the movement. So you hear me breathing. Back up. You want to be able to maintain that breath all the way out, very subtly and gently, so we soften to every pose. We learn how to stand. We learn where our stamina is. We learn where our weaknesses is. Come to the top of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale down to heart center. Palms to the front. Up into chair pose. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, airplane. Now in a power class, we want to swift movements all the way up with all that strength. This class, we want to do this gracefully. And up. Lengthen that spine, drop down, strengthen the hips. Exhale, flat back. Extend those legs. And everything's gonna be sets of 3. One more time. And all the way up. Exhale down to heart center. Palms out to the front. Chair. Airplane. Mountain. Exhale down, full forward fold, release that back. And inhale up. Exhale down to heart center. Palms to the front. And inhale. Chair. Mountain. Sorry, airplane. All the way up. Exhale down, forward fold. Release the back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Find that strength, find that confidence. Remember, we're overcoming shame. We're overcoming control and shame. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the front. Scoop up into chair. And back. Airplane. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, we soften through the movement. All the way down, tuck the chin. Make sure you allow your body time to open up. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Heart center. Palms to the front. Now, and after that forward fold, we're going to add on downward dog. Inhale up. To the front. Chair. Airplane. All the way up. Forward fold. Walk it out to downward dog. Press. Hips to the sky. Lengthen the spine. Walk it back up. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to keep the strength and integrity in the abdomen all the way back up. Palms to the front. Chair. Airplane. Concentrate all the way up and down gracefully. Remembering what we can control. We can control the integrity we have. We can control our bodies in this moment. We can control our mind in this moment. We can yield to our body in this moment, which helps us yield to the circumstances out of our control. So even if shame was forced upon you by the actions of someone else, we can control how we move forward. To the front. Last set of this one before we add on again. All the way up. Don't forget to breathe. Walk it out. Press through the dog. Hips to the sky. Walk it back up. Now all the way up. Exhale back to heart center. Remember, this balance is everything. It gives you a reset. By the end of this class, you're going to gain strength in your breath and your longevity. So in your cardio practices, you should be able to last a lot longer, to handle your breath a lot better. Inhale up. Exhale down, regroup. Palms to the front. Chair pose gracefully. Flat backs. All the way up. Forward fold. Walk those hands out. Press toward the sky. Now for my intermediate people, you can drop down to your knees here and come into Cobra. Advance, you can drop straight down to Cobra. Intermediate, back up to tabletop. Press into downward dog. Advance, push up into downward dog. Everybody walk those hands back up. Follow that same flow 2 more times. Remember where you are. Remember the space you're in. Up into chair gracefully. Airplane. High salute. Full forward fold. Walk those hands out. Downward dog. All the way back up. Walk those hands up. Make sure you're allowing that body time to relax, time to settle in the pose before you move on. Pay attention to where there's angst or tension. Yield to the body. Yield to the breath. Hold on to the mind and the soul. Again. To the front. Gracefully. Let it flow. Walk it out. Down to Cobra. All the way back up. Walk those hands up. Inhale. Exhale. To the front. Stand for just a moment. We're going to add again from that Cobra. We're going to draw back into Child's Pose and come back up to Cobra and flow through the same thing again. Inhale. Remember, when it gets difficult, keep smiling at yourself. Keep having grace for yourself. If you need to take a break, that's perfectly okay as long as you jump back in. If you need to jump to that intermediate pose, go for it. I'm sorry. Chair. And flat back. Airplane. All the way up and down.
Feel how much looser your body is getting when you continue to do this. How much strength you're gaining. Cobra. Child's pose. Let everything settle. Back to cobra. Downward dog. Walk those hands up. What actions do you need to take control of for yourself? It is the tongue. That is a very powerful strength of muscle in your body. To the front. This is the second time. And up. Airplane. I salute. Forward fold. Walk it out. Into cobra. Child's pose. Everything gets longer. Reactivating that vagus nerve. Back up. So we counteract fight, flight, or freeze, or even fawn. Walk it up. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, we're building. We still got work to do. Palms to the front. Again. And up. Flat back. Airplane. All the way up. All the way back down. Tuck that chin. Walk those hands out. Hips to the sky. Elongate the spine. Drop down into cobra. Down to child's pose. Back up to cobra. Breathe, downward dog. Keep the engagement. Walk those hands back up. And inhale. Exhale. All that good energy back to heart center. We restore, we regroup, refocus. Palms to the front. Take just a break. We're going to add on again. I'll let you know when. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the front. Chair. Airplane. Mountain. Pull forward fold. Keep breathing. Walk it out. Cobra. Child's pose. Back up to cobra. Now, if you're intermediate, you're right here. If you're advanced, you're right here. Extend that left leg to the sky. And bring it down. Right leg to the sky. Bring it down. Those hands all the way back up. Inhale. Exhale. To the front. Again, keep breathing, keep smiling. Let your practice carry you. What comes to your mind, you hold on to it, journal it when you're done. Take accountability, take control. If there's anything shameful coming up, if there's anything you know you need to let go of, if you need to relinquish that control because you're scared something is going to happen again, just know that when you learn how to walk in light, when you learn how to learn the lesson, full forward fold, it all comes together. The more protected you are, the more sound decisions you make, the better you serve yourself and then serve others. Child's pose. Back up to cobra. Downward dog. Left leg extends. Intermediate, you're on your knees. Right leg extends. Back to downward dog. Walk those hands up. Inhale. Exhale. To the front one more time. And we'll build again. Keep breathing. To the front. Chair. Airplane. If you do what I did and you start to move to that power, remember, we're relinquishing control. We let it flow naturally all the way down. Walk it out. Hips to the sky. Down into cobra. Draw back. Back up. Child's pose, you're working your whole body. Remember, you don't forget to breathe. If you need that deep breath, take it. But we want to try to soften. That's what helps us yield to the body. To listen to it. To pay attention. To soften in certain places. Strengthen in others. Realize where we're compromising our movement. So that when we do get to a steady flow class, we're not misstepping. We're not imbalanced. Our stamina has improved. Now we add again. Inhale. To the front. Chair. Airplane. Inhale. Bring it down. Walk those hands out. Hips to the sky. Cobra. Child's pose. to cobra. Hips to the sky. Left leg. And right leg. Hold here. Advance. We extend again. We swing to the top of the mat. We rise up into warrior one. And we rise back down. Extend back. Bring it down. Extend right. Swing to the top of the mat. Rise up into warrior one. Bring it down. Extend. And bring it down. Walk those hands back up. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the front. Breathe. Airplane. Keep breathing. Keep the connection. There's heat building in you, which lets you know that you're more than a conqueror. You're not held back by the circumstances of your past. You're working to overcome the shame. You're working to let go and release the control. And remember, we remain in control of what we can. Our thoughts, our actions, our due diligence to change our story and the narrative that we tell ourselves. Our ability to put mind over matter and keep pressing, extend the right toward the mark, up into warrior one. Keep breathing. Keep smiling at yourself. All the way back down. And extend. Back to downward dog. Walk those hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the front one last time. Get ready. Inhale. We're going to build one more time. You got this. You got all the strength, the might, the determination. Gracefully into chair pose. Extend back, flat back. Inhale. Exhale. Walk it out. Hips to the sky. Down to cobra. Child's pose. Up into cobra. Hips to the sky. Extend that left. Swing to the top. Up into warrior one. Breathe. Hand down. Extend back. And bring it in. Right leg extends to the sky. Swing. Up into warrior one. Open that chest. And bring it down. Extend. We overcome. Keep pressing. Your body should feel strengthened and good and open. Maintain that breath. Down the heart center. Palms to the front one last time. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the front. Skip to the sky. Airplane. Inhale. Exhale. Walk those hands out. Hips to the sky. Cobra. Child's pose. Cobra. And back up. Left leg extends. Swing to the top. Warrior one. Back down. Swing back. Bring it down. Right leg extend. And swing. Up into warrior one. And back down. Extend. Bring it down. Walk those hands back up. And inhale. Exhale. Palms to the front. Take a small break because we're going to add on the last set. And we're going to do this 3 times. So I want you to pace yourself. I want you to breathe. I want you to remember your surroundings. So wherever you are right now, remember we're imagining that we're at our favorite place. I am at the beach. I can hear the ocean. I can see the waves. Where are you at? Allow that to resonate with your soul because even memory, good memory helps to calm your parasympathetic nervous system. Stand tall and mountain. Breathe. Take just a small break. I'm going to step back to the center of the mat. 3 inhales. Exhale. Back to the front. Inhale. I heard on the radio this morning that yoga and Pilates would not get the job done for you to lose weight. And I beg to differ. When you learn how to pace yourself, when you learn how to breathe, when you learn how to control your movement, you are gaining a lot of strength here. You are weightlifting essentially. You're using your own body resistance as weight. Last time. And that's what allows you to burn fat to the front. Could I do a better job? I could. Could I eat less sweets? I could. Inhale. Exhale. Palms to the front. Remember, this is your regroup chair pose. Yield to the body. Airplane. Inhale up. Exhale down. Walk those hands up. Hips to the sky. Down into cobra. Back to child's pose. Back to cobra. Now I admit that last set I forgot to have you hold it, so hold. Left leg. We're not gonna cheat ourselves. Bring it down. Right leg, hold. Bring it down. Left leg extends. And we swing. Up into warrior one. And we're adding here. So we're gonna bring those hands down to heart center. And we're gonna twist to the right. Rest on that knee and the thigh. Rest your body. Now extend. Open that chest, rotate. And bring it back to the center. Twist out to the front. And twist to the left. If you need your blocks here, grab them. Extend. And back to the center. Twist to the front. Warrior one. Bring it down. Make sure you control that breath. That's only the first half. Extend that left. Back to the sky. If it gets too hard and you need to drop down to those knees to do that, do so. We're breathing for everybody though. And I'm breathing in the strength for anyone that's unable to. Exhale. Swing. All the way up. And down to the left. And if I be completely honest, the first time I did this today, it did not record. So this is actually my second time. So I'm taking on all the strength for anyone who can't. This is why it's good to have people around you when you practice. If that good energy is filling the room, it could help motivate somebody else. It could help push them further in their practice. Back to the center. To the left. And extend. And back. To the center. Warrior one. Back down. Extend that right leg to the sky. Back down. Walk those hands all the way up. Inhale. Shame will not defeat us. Exhale. Out to the front. You are in control of your destiny. where you're going, and remember the story you tell yourself. It is a good one. Breathe. Take just a break. We're going to start again. Make sure you remember that breath. Inhale. Let it flow. We're at the end now, and I'm not talking anymore. Keep up. Make it personal. We're reading the Bible in a year at church. And we just got to the part where Joseph's brothers make it to Egypt because there's famine and they need nourishment. They need grain. And at the very end, when Joseph reveals that it's him, he tells them that they didn't do anything to him. God allowed it to happen. Extend the left. So remember that while it may seem like such a bad thing, just let the story keep unfolding. Because sometimes your greatest hindrance, your biggest lesson is your biggest testimony. But you have to allow the story time to unfold. You have to do the work to heal. And it sucks, but none of us escape it. Doing the work is the greatest thing you could ever do. And that means that you keep breathing through everything. And how you breathe affects the outcome. And you remember that every breath you take is sustaining you. And while you are breathing on your own, something is allowing it to happen, whether it's the universe or God. My Bible says Jesus breathed life into us. Extend it back out. And I'm so thankful for every breath that I'm able to take. Every step in the right direction is improvement to my life, my child's life, our legacy. And that means the same for you. Out to the left. Whether it's shame or fear or doubt or worry, any of those things, just keep breathing and keep working and keep focusing on the good. Twist. And down. Extend that right leg to the sky. And walk it back up. One last time. Exhale. Palms to the front. Take your break, breathe. You can do it. And I challenge you, male or female, to smile at yourself the whole entire time. Keep breathing. My guesstimate is this is probably about 3 minutes long. You got it. Inhale. Soften, but maintain the control and the strength. Focus, left leg comes up. Switch it out, right leg comes up. Get ready to swing. Warrior one. Bring it down. Gracefully twist to the right. Remember, engage that abdomen. Release the spine. Twist. And bring it in. Bring that right leg up. This is it. The final push. Keep smiling. Keep changing the story. You have overcome whatever you faced. You have overcome your hardships. This is a new day. For me, it is the day that the Lord has made, and we just simply rejoice. And we know that despite the world, what it's showing us, it's so easy to fall into that fear, that desire to control, that desire or need to hold on to the shame because we simply can't let it go. But practices like this reset us to let us know that we're safe despite the chaos that goes on around us. And bring it back up. Walk it all the way back up. Very good job. I'm so proud of you. If I be honest, I'm first proud of myself, but I know what it took. So I am so very proud of you. Back to the center of your mat. Just stand. Breathe. Pay attention to the energy in your body. Pay attention to your heart rate. Pay attention to the blood flow and the circulation that you just generated. Pay attention to the warmth in your hand. All of that is good work. Bring those hands back up. Reach tall, crescent to the right. And inhale. Crescent to the left. Inhale, crescent to the right. Again. Last set. Last time. And back up. Bring those hands down. Inhale up. Exhale down to heart center. Palms face the front. Inhale up. Exhale. To the front, last time. Exhale. Now we're gonna drop all the way down. Touch those toes, release the lower back. Tuck the chin. Plant those hands on the ground. If you need your blocks, grab them. Step out wide. And we're gonna plant and turn those feet out as much as we can. And squat down. Bring those elbows up to the knees. Press. And hold. Tuck the chin. Flatten the back. Now, if you need to hold on to the blocks, do so. But if you can bring those hands up behind your back, interlock those fingers and plow, I want you to go for it. Breathe. Slowly bring it back down. Elbows back to the knees. Rise up just a little. And extend hands back down to the ground. Heel toe all the way in. Inhale. Down to heart center. Balance there. Close those eyes. Please know that my light is shining out, and I hope that your light is shining out. And if we keep shining light out, darkness flees. Take a moment to bow at yourself. Flatten that back. I say blessings toward you. Namaste, goodwill, peace, and blessings. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Again, keep inhaling life, exhaling death. And I'm going to just finish by saying, if you please like the button, hit that like button, subscribe, share it out. I hope you all have a very good rest of your day. And I will see you on the flip side.